Welcome back to our channel. Today, we will be delving into a topic of great significance, the history of the Afghanistan War. Over the course of this video, we will explore the key events, motivations, and consequences of this conflict that spans several decades. Let's jump right in. The Soviet invasion. Our story begins in 1979 when the Soviet Union, under the leadership of General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev, launched a military invasion of Afghanistan. This move was intended to prop up a communist government that was facing resistance from various factions within the country. The Soviet invasion sparked fierce resistance from Afghan rebels known as the Mujahideen, who were supported by the United States, Saudi Arabia, and other countries. This conflict became a crucial battleground of the Cold War, as the US saw an opportunity to weaken the Soviet Union by providing assistance to the Mujahideen. Rise of the Taliban. Fast forward to the 1990s, following the Soviet withdrawal from Afghanistan, the country descended into a state of chaos. Various factions fought for control, and the Taliban, an extremist Islamist group, emerged as a significant force. Under the Taliban's rule, Afghanistan became a safe haven for terrorist organizations, including Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden. The Taliban's oppressive policies, such as the restriction of women's rights and the destruction of cultural heritage, drew international condemnation. 9/11. In the US invasion in 2001, the world witnessed a devastating event that would dramatically change the course of the Afghanistan War. On September 11, the terrorist group Al-Qaeda carried out a series of attacks on US soil. The US government, under President George W. Bush, immediately identified Osama bin Laden and his Al-Qaeda network as responsible for the attacks. In response, the United States launched a military campaign known as Operation Enduring Freedom to dismantle Al-Qaeda and remove the Taliban from power. The fall of the Taliban. Within a matter of weeks, US and allied forces, together with Afghan rebels, managed to oust the Taliban from major cities. However, the mission to stabilize Afghanistan and establish a democratic government would prove to be far more challenging. As the years went by, the focus of the war shifted from defeating the Taliban and Al-Qaeda to nation building and promoting democracy in Afghanistan. The United States and its NATO allies invested significant resources and deployed troops to support this effort. Despite initial successes, the Afghanistan War took a turn as the Taliban regrouped and launched an insurgency against the Afghan government and the international forces supporting it. The conflict intensified, with both sides engaging in fierce battles and carrying out devastating attacks. Over time, the war in Afghanistan became the longest war in US history, spanning 2 decades. The cost in terms of lives lost, both military and civilian, was staggering. The conflict also took a toll on the Afghan people, who endured years of violence and instability. Changing strategies and withdrawal. In recent years, there have been efforts to find a peaceful resolution to the Afghanistan War. Various strategies were implemented, including counterinsurgency operations and attempts to engage in dialogue with the Taliban. In 2020, an agreement was reached between the United States and the Taliban, known as the Doha Agreement. It outlined a plan for the withdrawal of US and NATO forces and commitments from the Taliban to prevent Afghanistan from becoming a safe haven for terrorist groups. Current challenges and humanitarian crisis. However, the withdrawal of international forces has presented new challenges. The Taliban has regained control over significant parts of the country, and violence has escalated once again. The Afghan government and security forces have faced significant obstacles in maintaining stability. The situation has led to a humanitarian crisis, with many Afghans displaced and in need of assistance. The international community is grappling with the repercussions and working to provide aid and support to those affected. Lessons and reflection. The history of the Afghanistan War teaches us important lessons. It highlights the complexities of nation building, the challenges of intervening in foreign conflicts, and the importance of understanding the local dynamics and aspirations of the people. The war has also sparked debates about the role of military interventions, the effectiveness of counterinsurgency strategies, and the long-term consequences of foreign involvement in conflicts. Looking ahead. As we look to the future, the path for Afghanistan remains uncertain. The Afghan people aspire for peace, stability, and a better future. The international community continues to play a role in supporting Afghanistan's development and ensuring that it does not become a breeding ground for extremism. It is our hope that through diplomacy, dialogue, and sustainable development, Afghanistan can overcome its challenges and build a more inclusive and prosperous society. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of the Afghanistan War. It is crucial that we understand the complexities and consequences of this conflict as we strive for a more peaceful world. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Until next time, take care and stay curious.